in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports.
Take it in at the 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Walker going right to the air. Completing it here to Marvin Jones.
Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Marvin Jones, his second touchdown on the season.
And the Bucs get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One-play drive and into the end zone for 6.
Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone.
And a less than desirable return as he's out of bounds at the 15-yard line. On 1st and 10, Stafford. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer.
Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
And it's intercepted.
Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr.
Oh, look at the juke.
And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football. Through 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And this is not going to be enough. He's in search of 2 yards, and only got halfway there. 4th down coming as the Bucs send on Cairo Santos for the field goal try. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. Santos' kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Throwing is Stafford. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Osborne. First connection there of the afternoon for those 2, and it's good for a 1st down.
The Vikings wins and a perfect 4-0 to start the campaign. And they've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They run again on first down. Cook. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now Stafford. Over the middle, complete. That's Cook. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Well, this defense for the Buccaneers, they had certainly had their struggles to start the season, but they put it all together in getting that first victory a week ago.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball? Or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright?
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it.
Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still a very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
The partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that...
Mike Evans, he's going to go. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans, 78 yards.
And the Buccaneers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Santos with the extra point, and the lead is now 17-3. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
Fields it right around the goal line. And they will wrangle him down a couple of yards shy of the 30.
And now out comes Minnesota.
Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get him 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on him, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely, no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Now it's Stafford. And incomplete on the deep ball. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
His first catch, good for 16 and a first. They'll try the middle with Cook. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
On 2nd and 12, Stafford.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down.
Play action. Stafford.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
A.J. Boye with a pick.
And the Buccaneers are going to take possession of the football.
You're looking there at a defensive back who's maybe a step slower than he was when he came into the league a decade ago. I know I questioned his speed coming into the game, but what he's lost in speed, he's more than made up for it with intellect. And that's a great job of knowing how to position himself to make that interception.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's second down.
Walker. A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
The quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
That's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And he is going to have a Bucs first down. They needed 5 there on third down. He winds up getting 7.
Inside handoff now to Fournette.
And he'll take this forward for about 5 as we have come upon the 2-minute warning.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. To throw is Walker.
And his throw is going to be incomplete.
The way he's been slinging in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that third, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Walker. Got a man, and oh, he coughed it up, and the Vikings pick up the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30.
On first down, Stafford here. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
This one caught. It's the tight end, Hockenson.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd. And he'll get him. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Dalvin Cook as the first half is winding down. And the Vikings are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And that slices the lead down to 17-10.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken in at the 3.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they will set up shop with outstanding field position in the red zone at the 17-yard line.
So a turnover there on the kickoff. And don't look now, but that just made things a little more interesting.
Very interesting, because when you're trailing in a game, these are mistakes that you pray for. You just went down and scored. Now you get the football right back with another great opportunity.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense, because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, was in the passing game. Resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Here's Cook again. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Cook up the gut. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
And he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Oh, it's time to give more credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. Throw left side on target to Thielen. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Up the middle, it's Cook. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Well, they opted not to run it. They completed the pass on 3rd and 2, but they lost yardage to bring up 4th.
Well, give credit to the guys on the other side of the ball. They snuffed out the play, but it does bring into question, 1, the play call, because they didn't run the ball there. They could have run it, and 2, just not getting it. That's got to be deflating for them.
And with the play clock reading 4, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this third quarter. This is up and good from Pinheiro. And that'll bring him back within a play. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they were able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. So here are the Bucs to take over on offense. They've got the lead right now in this ball game, and they're on the heels of that nice win last week over the Packers. Walker now to throw on first down. He'll leave this one for White. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And it's 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Now Walker. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. And Danielle Hunter, he's the one who gets in there and brings him down to the ground. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Hockenson crossing the middle and bringing it in. He take it down, but now working across midfield. Second catch for him today. Lined out the first down.
Watch him drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
First down, here's the run with Cook. He'll take this to the 46. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on third down. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. Desperation time for Stafford on 4th down. That's to his running back, complete. And he's going to pick up the Vikings' first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. A new lease on life after the 4th down conversion. Here's 1st and 10. Now a give running right, it's Cook. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard of the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They run it again with Cook, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point you have to have a splash play in there as well.
So 3rd down, but you got to think they'd like to get closer, even in a dome with good kicking conditions for a possible field goal. Third down, here's a run by Cook.
And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. The kick by Piñeiro is good, and the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
So now the Bucs down by 2, and time a huge factor. And they need about 35 yards to get in range for a winner as they come up on first down. Finds White. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. Back to throw. Another catch by White. Back-to-back plays. And he's going to have a first down as he's out of bounds to stop the clock with just under 20 seconds to go. Back to throw. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
That's pretty difficult to sum it up offense in a 2-minute drill when your guys are struggling to put points on the board all afternoon. There's an incompletion right there.
He's back to throw. He'll get that out to the flat to White. Now they burn the timeout, and they're kind of in that gray area where they might be able to get 2 plays in, but maybe just 1 play left in this ball game. We'll see. They'll look to throw. Working the sideline here. Did he get the feet in? Yes, they say that he did. Nice job tapping both of them down.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there. Picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as they understand where they are on the field.
And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. So here's Cairo Santos on the field goal try. This from long, very long range. And this kick is not going to get there. It's short and no good. And they'll remain down by 2. So the final seconds have 10.